Tosin shoots the demand from the supporters. It takes a deflection, a very cruel deflection. Tom White clears the ball. Lacking confidence. There goes George again. Flies it across the face of goal. Maybe one of the defensive lives lost there. For not shy, is he? He's got a bit of skill about him as well. Been singled out for special treatment from the travelling support early on. Tyree George. Lovely little
ball into that space.
Neto hurls the ball pedal that near post. Goalkeeper stays on his line again. Ooh, off the frame.
So it's just feels as though at times things are written in the stars. Your second choice goal.
Tosin shoots the demand from the supporters. It takes a deflection, a very cruel deflection. Heartbreak. The goalkeeper bangs the ground in anger. Tosin will take the goal, but there was a rather cruel deflection on its way.
Well, the game could be cruel, but we said just, 35 seconds ago that Chelsea need more from the centre-backs going forward. And this is what I'm talking about, because Morecambe, they're dropping. It means the centre-backs are going to be free. Tosin finds himself in space, and it takes a wicked deflection on the way through. Burgoyne, who's been outstanding, can't do anything about it whatsoever. And it's that horrible deflection just as it comes through. I think it might actually be off Jones, who's playing in the 10 position, so that tells you how deep that Morecambe were defending.
This is better from Chelsea, bit of freestyling on it. Neto to James, full steam ahead. Forward here for Chelsea. He's looking for a second. He wants it to be his this time and not a deflected goal. Tosin is Tollett. Oh, it's a completely committed challenge. Man to stop him. Dacker's coming back and assisting his.
Odegaard's kick gets the flick. It's an effective one from Mikel Merino. The makeshift striker steps up to the plate again. Lovely flicked header. Well, the corner drought is over for Arsenal. It's been a while, and you can see his teammates how pleased they were.
Which has two to that. Oh, he nipped through the pen.
He was just a Rolls Royce, whether that was at centre back, right back.
And they tease the ball into the area. George just Neto to James. James dinks it in there. Maybe not. Morecambe roared on by their travelling supporters. Ball swirled to the near post. Not shy, is he? He's got a bit of skill about him as well. Ball early on. Tyree George. Lovely little. But yet though, Burgoyne leaves it to his defence. Lavia. Tollett. Man to stop him. Dacker's coming back and assisting his ball. Has two to that. Oh, he nips through the pen.
He was just a Rolls Royce, whether that was at centre back, right back.
And they tease the ball into the area. George just Neto to James.
And Pedro Neto! Oh, that's a smashing goal! Zest and fizz! It's 1 inch at the bridge!
Well, he's been driving me crazy. All afternoon. And that's what he can do. When he's positive, when he cuts inside. Brilliant from Neto.
For whom a first Premier League.
Vega. Curveball from Tyree George. Gets around the defender with ease, but there's a bit of payback there from Felix. Passes on to Gusto. Gusto hangs it in there. Certain.
All figured out before the game even began that they were going to happen.
Tosin spreads the ball through, powers it in the direction of Nkung. George to Cucurella. Jackets. Ball is fighting the goalkeeper. Shot that was always right. Threads it through, but good defending. A couple of years ago. and then when they fail to pay the tax man, it's hit home. This willed on by the travelling folk, and well, it's a poor cross.
Martinelli! Arsenal have it! And Ellerin! Gabriel Martinelli! Is London's pride!
Well, he's been the danger man. My voice has gone. Well, Martinelli has been the one Arsenal forward that I think has stood up today, and it was a scruffy period in the game.
3,000 supporters are congregated. That Tyreek George. Boards are coming together there as well. Third goal with the killer goal. Cucurella with that blow. And it is wide. Just about hanging on in there. Shooters the net. To have 4 or 5 players in the penalty area, and well, who's active breather to let Chelsea brilliantly loses the defenders. There's old school man for man marking here. Gusto, Cucurella.
That will help the younger players as well. They would play in that A-League, so there was great experiences there for the younger players. The tough game, they've remained behind their team.
Can they magic the ball into the Chelsea goal? Jorgensen again drops it. It's time that these two sides met. To Tonda, now they're coming forward. Jorgensen, little step over. Toss in, looking for his second of the game. He's claiming that one. Well, he answers the crowd and the demands for him to have a pop and goal. He's on a hat-trick now, Danny.
Well, he's showing his centre-back partner, Disasi, how it's done. And if there was a little bit of fortune about the first goal he scored with a deflection, absolutely none with this one. It's a lovely finish. And it's as though the penny dropped halfway through the first half for the centre-backs. And so, okay, we need to advance. Be surprised to see a Chelsea team go in for age-wise.
That's a superb tackle. Physicality and athletic players in there as well. Tyreek George back here to winning ways. Goalkeeper leaves heads up. That's Disasi's header, and that ends up in the top. Felix Osborne. Jackets. Ball in. Tyreek George. Just about hanging on in there. Shooters the net. Have 4 or 5 players in the penalty.
That will help the younger players as well.
It's time that these two sides met. It's Disasi's header, and that ends up in the top tier.